Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, we're going to talk about when to enter into a trade at market open within the first couple of minutes of market open. Now, this is something that I really been paying attention to and studying over the past couple months. I'll be testing a lot of small things to really kind of crack that code. So we're going to go over that in this video. Now, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. But I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right into this video. Now, when you're talking about when to take entry on a larger time, when the market opens, you can approach this one of two ways. But there's a foundational understanding. The foundational understanding is, what is the setup on the daily time frame? That is the foundational piece of helping you know the answer to this question. Because sometimes the market may open, stock goes crazy. Right? Stock goes crazy. Now, why does that happen? Okay? This is what we're going to uncover in this video. So I have some examples for you guys. Now, if you think a stock is going to start a new uptrend and there is a actionable signal on the daily time frame letting you know that the next day we could go up or down, then the next day, depending on how the stock opens, you can take that entry in the first couple minutes of the market because you know which direction it's going in. Or so you can day trade it the next day, or you can just enter into a swing trade. Because if you're expecting the stock to either gap up or go in that direction right at market open, then you can swing trade it and already be in position. So I'm going to give you an example. Now, let's look at this example of Robinhood. So I swung Robinhood on Thursday. I entered in on Thursday. I entered in this day right here. So let's look at this. On the daily time frame, we had what? We had a 2-1-2 up candle. Now, we did not close above here. But I entered in this day because I said, okay, we broke above resistance, but we didn't close above it. But I think we're going to try to get some continuation. Now, when you look at the 30-minute, as you can see, we had this level right here that we were trying to get above, right? This yellow line. This yellow line was the resistance. And we were creating higher lows. Boom. 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 All these are higher lows. So I took entry on this trade before market closed about right here. Okay. Yeah, it was about like 75.90, 75.93. So I took entry right here. Right? Now the next day, when we opened up, I saw that we did not get above this resistance right here. So I knew I was going to get out at market open. Follow what I'm saying here. And then on the 30-minute time frame, watch this. On the 30-minute time frame, we had a failed to up. On this 30-minute time frame, we had a failed to up. So that last candle on a 30-minute time frame before the market opens could be a very good indicator of what's about to happen. So Robinhood popped up. I was up about 13%. I took profit immediately because I saw that we weren't getting above this resistance right here. This happened in the first 2 to 3 minutes of the market. I took profits right here. Now, let's say you're not in a swing trade. I was in another swing trade too, so I was focusing on getting out of that trade. But let's say you're not in a swing trade. If you see that there's a 30-minute candle and it's a failed 2 up, and it comes up and it goes in the opposite direction, and then it rejects, boom. Then it rejects, you can take entry on that candle. It doesn't matter if this happens in 1 minute, in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes. And then it had a liquidity grab as well. So we had all this resistance. We came up, we weren't getting above it. We rejected. I took profits, but you could have entered in and then wrote that down. Because we were at that resistance and we had a failed 2 up on the 30-minute time frame. Okay? Now let's go to IWM. Let's go look at the daily first. Okay. Let's go back to Wednesday and Thursday, right? If we go back to Wednesday and Thursday, on Wednesday, what happened? We created a 2 down candle, but buyer stepped in right here. As you can see, we have a demand zone right here. So and we created an order block. This was not here on Tuesday. This got created on Wednesday, letting me know that institutional buyers stepped in right here. So when institutions step in, we're going back up. So, boom, going up. So I'm expecting us to go up this day. So then what happens? 30-minute time frame. So we're going to go look at Thursday now. So then we look at Thursday. Look what happens. For 2 days straight, we have the same thing happen. But look at Thursday. Boom. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to IWM down here. And we're going to pull up the daily. So the bottom is the daily time frame. Okay. The bottom is the daily time frame. The bottom is the daily time frame. The top is the 30-minute time frame. So this is Thursday. So this day right here on the top is this day right here. So look what happens. We came down, so we closed right here, right? We closed right here on Wednesday. Where did we close at? Where this yellow line is at. We closed there. And then where did we open at? We opened right here. All right. So now, on the daily time frame, we have what? What do we have? We have a bullish indicator because we created an order block. It's not showing it on this chart down here, but if I flip to the daily on the top chart, it will show that. Okay? So y'all see that bullish order block? I mean, just that order block right there, right? All right, cool. Now let's go back to the 30-minute for Thursday. So I'm expecting the stock to go up. So yes, we came down. And let's see how long it took us to come down on Thursday. So we came down for 15 minutes and then we pop up. Okay? So I wouldn't get into puts right here because I'm expecting it to go up. So you can be aggressive on a bullish bias if you see that, okay, I'm expecting this to go up. We came down a little bit and then boom, we're going to go up. But when we come to the 30-minute on Thursday, what strap pattern do you see? Let's go pull this back up. What strap pattern do you see, y'all? We got a 2-1. So we consolidated 30 minutes before the market opened. That last 30-minute candle before the market opens, it will give you a setup in that first 30 minutes. 2-1, it went 3, right? It came 2 down, faked everybody out, and then it went 3 up. But you don't take puts because you know that institutions bought into IWM on this day. So you don't take puts on Thursday, even though we're coming down, you don't take puts that day because you saw the setup on the daily time frame, and we've been coming down for how many days? 3 days straight, right? And we got buyers stepping in on this day like this. So on the strat, this is a 2-2 reversal, 2-2 rev strat. Then it turns into Randy, 2-2 bullish continuation with full time frame continuity. Okay, so on Thursday, 2-1-2 comes down, creates a 3-bar, whappers. Look at Wednesday, failed 2 down on the last 30-minute time frame. Failed 2 down. What happens after a failed 2 down usually? Okay, it faked everybody out to the downside. Why did it do that? Because we came and we had a gap to fill, right? We closed right here. And then we opened right here. So we had a little gap to fill. So we came down, filled a good portion of that gap, and then we popped back up above that failed 2 down. You can enter at the top of that failed 2 down and then blast off. Okay? Who else do we have? Let's go to the daily on Intel. Perfect. Now, Intel didn't blast off this day, but we had a failed 2 down. So that says that we could create a new uptrend and we could go back up and retrace up here. Failed 2 down off this bullish order block. Next day they gapped up. And then they went from 116 to 119. So this was on Tuesday to Wednesday. So let's go in Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is Tuesday. Look, Tuesday. What happens? They come down, they create a failed 2 down, and they push up. All right, cool. Next day, they gap up. The last 30-minute candle before the market opens up, failed 2 down, breaks above that failed 2 down, straight whapper. Just like that. Right? So you can be aggressive and you can enter into that. Now, let me give you guys another good example. Adobe, daily time frame. I caught this in a Discord yesterday. Look at this. We were up here, we came down, and then we came down. Now what do we have? We're in this order block right here on the daily. We had a 2 down candle on the daily. So buyers are here. I would be looking at a 2-2 reversal to the upside. Okay? I would say calls above 247.95, and then you can come up to 249, but if you want to enter early, you got to read the price action. So now let's go to the 30 minutes. So this is on Thursday and Friday. So as we can see, Thursday came down. Now look, first 30 minutes, the 30 minute before the market opens, we got a bearish 3 bar. What comes after a bearish 3? A 2. A bearish 3, it retests, rejects, 2 down. You could have smacked that right at open. Okay, off of that bearish 3. Or the next day, we got a bullish 3 bar. We have a bullish 3 bar right here. Once we get above 246.03, you see we came down a little bit. Once we get above that, you can ride it back up there. Okay? But I was expecting Adobe to go up after a day like this, because when I look at the daily time frame, I saw we came in to where buyers are at. So I'm looking for buyers to push them back up. So because I'm looking for buyers to push them back up, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, okay, let me see if we get some bullish momentum, and then boom. Right? So like I say, the daily time frame is going to be your foundation for knowing if you're going to get into a stock at open and fast. Okay? Now, when you're doing this, you don't have to go heavy, because also another thing to always know and understand is that first move of the day, that first 15 to 30 minute move, it's either going to set the tone for us to trend up, or it's going to be a fake out and we're going to drop. Or vice versa. It's going to set the trend for us to keep coming down, or it's going to be we're going to come down and then we're going to reverse and go up. So this type of move, you're not looking at this to be in it all day. You're looking to catch some momentum, potentially get 50 to 100%, be done. Or you're already in swings, and then you take profits within that first 15 to 30 minutes of the market being open. So I just wanted to say that. This video, listen, y'all, could change your life. I just gave you guys sauce. I hope that you guys understand what I just gave you. It's on you to interpret this and really figure out how to play this. But I gave you guys a piece of gold in this video, and I know. Okay? So, if you made it to this part of the video, listen, let me know how you feeling. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped you guys out. Okay? Like I always say, get up out of your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to holler at you guys on tomorrow's video. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.